Hey, it's David Thomas. So I wanted to jump in here real quick and share with you why everybody is so excited about our new ATH indicator. All right. So if you've been following me for a while, you know typically we trade naked charts, no indicators whatsoever. We also trade what we call our banker strategy. It's a smart money concept strategy trading with the banks. What this allows us to do is get super accurate entries. That in turn lets us get small stop losses. Smaller the stop loss, the higher the reward, right? Risk versus reward. 1 to 3s, 1 to 5s, 1 to 10, 1 to 20s for some on our team, right? Depending on whatever the trade plan is for that particular person. But we average on, I would say, 1 to 5 risk to reward, which is amazing, right? You can actually win 17% of your trades when you're getting 1 to 5s and still be profitable. Now, obviously, once you've mastered the strategy, that win rate should go up. But what if you could make it go up even more by staying out of the majority of the losses? See, that's what it is with smart money concepts. You know, we enter off of those bankers candles if you've been going through our training, or you can call them order blocks, right? But sometimes price will just go right through. And yes, you know that you're going to hit that entry that's going to make up for all those losses and then some, right? That's how we remain profitable in the market. But what if you could stay out a bunch of those losses to make your profitability and your win rate go up even more? So there's a special sauce that one of our leaders has been using, Michael. He put it together, and it's a phenomenal combination of these indicators that is able to keep us out the majority of these losses. Now, they're not, you don't have to trade by them. They're literally just going to be simple arrows that are going to tell you when the trade's ready to get in. All right, so let me share my screen. I'm going to show you right now. All right, so I've marked up some examples ahead of time so you don't have to watch me kind of having to find them through the charts here. But let's just take, for example, here, this is a USD CAD on the 1 hour, right? I've just scrolled back. So typically, you know, I told you we enter off of what we call bankers candles. So we would wait for price to come back to this area and enter off of this candle. Now this one, now keep in mind, not all, this is not a bulletproof, you know, thing. You're still going to have some losses, but this is going to keep you out of a lot of those losses you would have taken. Okay. So for example, here, price came right down into that bankers candle, entered. And so if you had gotten in there, you would have been fine, right? But what happened? We got this confirmation in this arrow that tells us, okay, when this candle closes, we're ready to get in this trade. So you could have gotten in here, stop loss below here. You probably would have actually gotten a better stop loss than you got over here. And look at that. That's at least 1 to 7, I'd say, just eyeballing it there. Okay. So, you know, amazing risk reward there. Now, let's say, for example, you were looking at it for the sell side, right? So you were looking at this banker's candle here. You were looking to enter when price came up there. But guess what? No arrow, right? There's no arrow to get in. So you never got in that trade. So what you're going to do is you're going to have your alarm right here. And when price gets to that area, you're going to come and you're going to keep an eye out for that indicator. Now, the indicator alerts are going to come to your phone. They can come to your email, or they can just make an audible sound here on the computer that'll alert you when you get the potential entry. Okay. So you can see it push past that, which that's the, you know, sometimes that happens when with these order blocks, these banker scandals, price will just push right through. And so we were never in that trade. We avoided that loss that we might have taken. So then guess what? Price pushes through. Now we get the signal right here. Now we're good to sell. You could have sold here, stop loss above here, and look what happened, right? That's another 1 to 5 right there. And guess what? We have another banker's candle down here, right? Price actually pushes through that candle first. So you would have been stopped out right when it pushed through, but you weren't ever in the trade yet. Now we get the arrow to enter, right? Enter here, stop loss below there. Boom, we're in that trade. I mean, massive risk to reward on that one, right? Now, keep in mind, not all of these are going to win, but I'm just pointing out the obvious ones that I saw when I was flipping through. Now, when you get into consolidation areas, you're going to get something like this, right? Price is just up and down, up and down. You're getting arrows for buys and sells. We don't trade in consolidation, so it's not an issue for us. We wait for smart money to make their move. Then we're looking at those banker scandals. So you can see here, we weren't trading inside of this consolidation. We waited for price to break out. Then we're looking for that entry, and we never got into it. Same thing here, right? We waited for price to break out. Then we come back to our banker scandal and look for that entry. So don't worry about the consolidation. We're not trading in consolidation anyway. Same thing here, right? We have the consolidation. This is what we consider a signature pattern. And you might be looking to get in on this banker's candle here. Stop loss. This is a super tight stop loss above here. You know, unless you put your stop loss here, you could have done that. Either way here, price saved you from a loss. You got no arrow to get in this. Then price pushes up further, still no arrow to get in this. And then eventually you get your arrow here, right? And you can put your stop loss above here and look at that drop, right? I mean, that's at least the 1 to 10. I mean, probably more. I'm just eyeballing it here. Same thing here. If you were just wanted to maybe stack an entry, another signal to get in here, stop loss above, and then it just drops. Okay, and then looking down here, all this consolidation. We're not worried about that because we're not getting in to that consolidation zones. All right, but here's an area here where price actually broke out, right? Took out this structure here, I'd maybe call it internal structure. Price came down. If you were to enter here, stop loss below here, you would have been stopped out, but you never got the signal to get in. Now you get the signal to get in. Entry here, stop loss below. That's at least 1 to 4, 1 to 5, I'd say. Let's keep going, right? So here we have our candle comes down, breaks this internal structure right in here, comes back up. You could have been looking to enter in this candle, right? Because that's what pushed and broke this area. This is your banker's candle right here, comes up. There you finally get the sell arrow here. You can put your stop loss above here. This would have not, you would have been fine because your stop loss was up here, and then boom, dropped, right? And you actually had 2 arrows to get into this. Okay, so you're still going to have to apply our strategy. You're still going to have to learn the banker strategy to know, okay, what candles are the good candles to look for, learn break of structure and those logical areas. But this is going to just be the whipped cream on top to keep you out of a lot of those losses that you might have taken, to make your not only profitability go up, your win rate go up, and that is good. All right, so let's keep going. See if so I had this one here. So this is another banker's candle, right? So banker's candle pushed down, broke structure. A lot of people in the team would be looking at this as a potential signature pattern that we call it, right? So you might have been looking to get in at this this banker's candle right here, right? Look what happened. Price pushed right through it. Once price touched that area, you never got an arrow to get in, right? Now, if you had jumped the gun, then you might have got an arrow here, but we don't teach that. That's not something we teach. All right, so you would have waited till the banker's candle was actually hit. That's your entry typically. It was never hit. Once it was, we never got an arrow to get in. All right. So we actually had an arrow for the buy, and you see here, and that took off, but you probably weren't in that trade. Now, let's keep going. Same thing here, banker's candle, price comes up. You really never get the signal once it touches that candle. Let's keep going. Here, order block, banker's candle pushes up, comes down, never get the arrow to get in, right? I actually know some folks on the team that took this buy and got stopped out, but you wouldn't have ever been in that trade because you would have never gotten the notice to get in that, right? And then once it took out this area, this is no longer a logical area. We're no longer looking for buys in this area once it violates that area. So here's another one right here. This consolidation, right? Took the lows, took the highs. That's our signature pattern. If you were getting in here, I actually know another person that got in on this and lost this trade, and they weren't using the ATH. They used the ATH, it would have kept you out of this trade. You would have never been in it. And then once it violated that area, then you can just move on to the next trade. If you wanted to keep on watching it, obviously you finally got an arrow here to get in. So it's amazing tool that's going to help your profitability and your win rate go up. And we know with smart money concept trading, our banker strategy, that's huge, absolutely massive. So if you want some more information about that, shoot me a message. I'll be glad to give you some more details and talk to you about becoming a member of the team. This is given away for free, right? If you're a member of our team, you get this for free, no extra cost or anything like that. All right. There's so much value being pumped into this team all the time, and it's all just added value, no extra cost. So shoot me a message. I look forward to hearing from you. Take care. God bless. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.